wondering if we're gonna see Safe actually on a Sentinel, because we have seen some missed one-ways as well for him in the previous match, which was actually important.
He's talking about the one-way that was like in the ceiling, the Fio one-way.
If they were taking lessons from Existence, it should work well.
I did great for my age. What age did it say I was this time? 71. Yeah, honestly.
Short tournament. Either
imagine.
It was prepared before, like having two options, or you have to iron out everything that went wrong and actually work with where you already have.
What will happen to the loser of this match? I mean, they'll have to be practicing, and they play the next official in about 5 weeks' time.
They have to win here if they want to keep their Madrid dreams alive.
Well, this is where things get interesting. Vitality and Gentlemates, as you said, Sue, Vitality
94.
need to win to keep the dream
Wait, what's the max on this?
They need
100.
to do it on this map and the next. Maps where they've already played against Gentlemates. We talk about how strong they can be in a rematch. Well, the last map was fresh ideas, was coming in with blank slates, and they looked miles ahead. Now, this is where
at some point he's going to play something different
already.
than Phoenix.
Gentlemates will be looking
I
back
don't know.
at that
Did you see
series
last
going,
map?
we need to fix
Hard to
all of
argue
those
against.
issues. Let's see what iteration 2 of Lotus looks like for this French squad.
Okay, Vitality on defense. Gentlemates on attack.
Runner wants to get aggro.
Where's the
in mid.
YouTube
They've got
chat?
a
I've
smoke
lost
down,
you.
a
There
lot
you
of
are.
control being seized early on, and on C as well.
It's a tack side start. This is where you do feel like this comp had its real lease of life. Like Gentlemates did make a decent attempt when it comes to their attacking side. You don't really have the expectations.
Gang's playing KO.
Last map, if you start blitzing your opponent,
I mean, he used to op on
already though.
He used to op on Gecko on Bind.
This will give the information
So
over to Destrian. And obviously the one thing
it plays a little bit similar.
I don't think Existence has probably slept since their last defeat. I also want to say, Gentlemates Classic might be my favorite. It is dope. I don't know if we can switch back to showing it. It might be a bad time to do it, but
yeah, what the hell?
Classic.
It's actually
there we
very
go.
nice.
It is nice.
Sleek.
No, it is nice. The colors are cool.
I'm not doing this for
They
sale.
paid you for this, though.
No, I genuinely really like it. It's a cool classic.
30 seconds
Got my
left.
liquid one on at home. Well,
Okay,
the
2+ and
play by the
fake.
Tonka,
And do
no
we get a
surprise to
rotate coming
anybody.
out
That's an
safe?
opening duel
Dude,
for
they're
Tonka.
really playing off
He's
Safe's
really not happy
rotations,
about
by the
his
way.
last
Is that the
performance
whole
on
game
Phoenix,
plan?
And he's already off to a flying start. But unsurprisingly, despite a lot of presence on C, kills being found there, there was an immediate refrag on A and a push through to plant.
Three rounds that are big. Every single time.
Still a nade on Takas, but he's doing it with his pistol. And they came close to another Andalucia flawless. Instead, it's going to be kicks to fall.
Nicely done. They keep this one going.
You just enjoy saying it now, don't you?
I do. I feel like I'm hitting my rhythm. Once we get to Madrid, I'm going to
Afanatos, right? With the Prime. Thank you so
need a
much.
French city to sponsor.
Here we go. 1-0.
Paris flawless.
Gentlemates have got off to a good start. And this is the thing that's terrifying is it stops being about the strategies. It stops being about even just individuals. It's more about mentality.
They got to stop the momentum, yeah. And
like
they're not going to be able to do it on the full classic eco that's coming.
The mentality skyrockets. They have the leadership. They have the
Bro, I tell you, I really think the game plan is trying to get the rotates coming out, and that people just want to duel too much.
By a Yoru and a Phoenix.
The fake looked pretty convincing though, I gotta say that much.
Here and now, Takas, right? He might not be on the Yoru. The gate crashes, the rotation.
Zender plays tree with a shorty.
Before, he'll be a different kind of wild.
He can be as wild.
Does he run forwards? Ball's about to go down.
He's gonna blast pack shorty someone in this game.
Oh, fair. Oh, Zender talking to the shorty. He's
Damn.
close and he's got a double.
He's
One with each
absolutely
barrel.
owned it.
That's
Now
good
this is a
damage.
weird round. They're gonna have to try
And
plant for
again,
tree.
they fall back
Maybe
to
they want to get
Vitality
some
not
map
having a
control.
lot
Let's
to
see what they
work
do.
with.
Good plant
Maybe
for
if they
tree.
group up, they can chip
The
away
good
at
news
these
is
weapons
Logan
and
is
maybe
holding
find
all
a
of
choice
behind, so
scenario.
I'm not sure
That's the
Takas needs to go this
one
aggro,
kill, and you have
because
to bear
it
in
would
mind,
if they
they
go
actually
down, give them a
invested into
gun,
the
but
rifles on every single player. There is nobody that has spare cash. Aggressive positioning might not be expected.
yeah,
Good
I
flash
think this
away,
was a
Lotus got both.
misplay.
That's a huge couple
This
of
is a
kills.
misplay
Now
considering
it's
where
time to fall onto Logan. I
where
don't
and
even know
what
how he
space
goes about
Logan
winning
has.
this. I think it just has to be a save.
Yeah, and he has
A
to
huge
save this one.
response from Vitality already.
Yeah, and they
managing
can go
to
pick
get
up the
themselves
guns on
back
this.
onto the board,
Massive
and that
answer
might
back
just
from
be the
Vitality.
confidence booster they need.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
massive
maybe they
flash
can do
coming
it
out
on
of
the
Phoenix.
maybe they
It's
can do it
so
with the
awkward for
classics.
those players to fight. Send them first
For
to
God's
around
sake.
the corner. Whalers can't win the duel, and then it's easily taken down. I mean, the fact fact that Runner gets both is unfortunate in a number of senses. First of all, the second guy doesn't get an extra chance to do anything, kill someone. But add to that, he's now 3 away from a showstopper, building up those orbs. It was a right click as
It's a
well.
great flash. It was a nice setup from Sender with the shorty.
For the Gentlemate side, but this is the... that was after the double shorty. This is the
For God's sake.
lifeline, the Vitality
Jolly,
very
is that
much
you
need
again?
coming into this.
Thank you for the
Resetting,
gifted
they've
Anon, whoever you are.
negated the pistol round, but they haven't sent Gentlemates to an eco. There is still money
Insta hit.
there,
They
and they're
insta
putting
buy
it
onto
all
this
on
one.
the
We
line.
really need to pay attention. We've got 2 stingers.
Back at around. This
There
is a
goes the
quick
best gun in terms of the
move
Phantom.
towards the door. I don't know if this will be expected,
Judging the
especially with
afterplant,
Molotov now.
this guy
Should have
does
a
not
decent
feel
idea.
comfortable to plant. They got
Despite
no map
yet
control.
being
Vitality
planted,
locked them
it's
in.
actually because of where the defenders have managed to get to. They are
How on
sat
earth
in a flank spot
the
behind.
Gentlemate's meant to win this round right now?
Ideally like to plant.
Because
So I
he
wonder
wants
if
to
this is
plant
gonna
for
be
the
a
people
moment where
Hobbit. They have
Gentlemates
no...
either
They need to
sit
smoke
tight,
this off.
Hope that somebody makes a mistake. They're not low on time, or if potentially they're going to try and re-aggress somewhere else.
I think they've seen that something is off, and now they know
What
it
is that
Runner
timing?
and safe, quick on the kills. That Judge of Whalers has been spotted shoulder peeking. They know he's there. They shouldn't be running into him. Well, that said, he's run into them. The reload's on, and that's unfortunate.
And
I
now
think the
we
whole idea there,
really
you
start
saw
to
them go
see
into
them
that
kind of go ahead with
connector,
this one.
play
3,000
up
for
close,
4 people staying
attack
alive.
us
I think
of
they need to buy
Whalers.
1
Takas
armor,
was
1 gun.
anti-flash. Whalers had the Judge, so he
And
could
they
swing,
got
maybe get
another
a kill,
eco
and
to get
Takas
their
could at
money
least
and
trade
their
and
ults
keep
good.
the numbers
So
to them. You really just expect Vitality to try to retake some control somewhere, but they were very, very patient on that defensive side.
Yeah, and then something to mention as well is this is going to give the biggest boost possible to Vitality's economy. They get to come
yeah,
out
I mean, they're
with
already
4
sitting on
guns
2
in the
people,
last round.
5-8.
They keep pretty much everybody in this round as well, other than the 1 player going down to the Judge. Interesting.
Razor.
And yeah, it means that now...
Dude,
they're
that's
up
his
against
only satchel.
What is sort of an eco. You got Logan buying up with a rifle, but they could realistically have most
Rando
players
Gen,
close to
thank you,
max
thank you.
cash.
Classic, welcome
Smoke
in.
cross
Thank
on
you for the
A,
gifted,
just a
Rando.
delay. Looks like there's a lot of presence on C, and Safe is falling back. The wise move. How many players were set to come swinging around, especially against pistols? It's not really worth hiding in those little corners, because once you take that first player down, even if you take a second, that trade is worthwhile, and they'll get a rifle for sure. I like the idea to fall back. It's only Logan. So
Nice timing, Gentlemates. The dog just went over towards him.
To say.
Yeah, they got at least 1 shot off on Sender. Didn't manage to connect it. Everyone's double jump peeking, but this is 2 different agents jump peeking, so they do actually get double info. They know there's 2 here, if the comms are good.
Making mistakes, getting aggressive. As they rotate back, they'd catch them, but well, as we can see, again, very patient from Vitality.
And this tree hold from Sender is something that I'm sure will give Gentlemates nightmares. He was so good at putting snake buys down at the opportune moment even, and just making
nicely
things
done from
awkward.
Destrian.
Destrian patient, watching
30 seconds
for
left.
the aggression, and now they're running out of time.
Yeah, and this is the pivot over towards B,
Have to make a
and
decision.
Destrian
Could go back towards the B
might
site,
be
but this is already going to have
good
some
for this.
control there. Rotation available.
Wait, did they go back
He's
to A?
just gone down with a wall bang, but more so, Destrian's there
Enemy remaining.
patiently waiting. And although there'll be a couple of kills, it's still a relatively clean round for Vitality.
Much, much better. from the
Isaiah
Vitality
as well.
squad.
Isaiah
3 to
7
1.
with the Prime.
They
Thank you for the
don't
5
lose
months,
any
mate.
real
Thank you so
there's
much.
a lot of players, I should say. The Gentlemates. You don't have that lurk from Logan, catching them off. I mean, so many boxes being ticked that we'd seen before. Spray from Destrian's. I don't want to call it lucky. I mean, he knows when they're coming out. He knows the angle they're on. He's playing his odds. And it certainly worked out. 3 to 1. This is where Gentlemates fight back, though. And although we mentioned the showstopper,
Yep,
Runner being
and
farmed up early, Takas has
the
done
money could
well
not be
to
any
find
different.
hits. So
Razor
light
though,
shields all
both
around.
online for either team. Op comes out for Runner, decides to go over towards B aggro. They're just going to see the turret, shoot the turret and go back. Break the turret. Oh, they broke the turret with the rifle, so they don't know the op is here. Actually has some potential.
Already. Runner looking to try and take away the space. If we've learned from the last map anything, it's that if you allow Gentlemates to execute, they're always going to be deadly. I think Logan has spotted the aggressive position. It does kind of mean that he's trapped. He can't really rotate around with the rest of the team. I assume that maybe there's going to be a stun out from Bayern.
Yeah, and he's had this on lock the whole time, so he's going to get the
Runner off
rotate
that
potential
angle.
here. Do we
Maybe
stun
they're
this
gonna try and
off?
Fight this one together. He's just gonna
Oh,
peek.
no need to stun it off.
That's next level confidence from the IGL. That's so disrespectful. I can't believe he's done that.
Well, Gentlemates have found themselves in a very pretty position because of that. A 5 versus 4, but Tom,
40
Take a look at the
seconds.
map.
3-person
Look at how
stack
many
for
players
A.
are over here on that
Omen
A
flash was
side.
good.
So
Hit the
many for
Omen.
Vitality, so many targets,
Oh,
though.
nice
That's what
movement
Takas
on that.
thinks.
What the?
Straight on the kicks. The first is found. Tree is theirs. And the others are on the back of sight. Sender, in fact,
Oi.
is trapped. He's gonna have to
Yeah,
try to time
of
his
course
jump, but he doesn't get it
Existence
right.
has the
Bayaz
most
and Takas
perfect
both finding one,
lineup
and
for the
that leaves
breach
Destrian
damage.
with a few tags as well. He's down to 19 HP and not feeling his chances of stopping this flawless round from Gentlemates. Instead, he's going to be hiding away.
Next
to
round,
save his
Phoenix
life.
ult, Omen ult.
Time, even if he runs
They
to
have
C,
to
can
win.
definitely go and catch him.
What? If they're buying ops, maybe 3 in a row? But probably like 4
I
in a
think
row
Logan
to
just
make
saw
them
the op was
eco.
still on the floor and then crossed the angle. So actually, very
Yeah.
decent timing for Destrian.
It's a very good it's a very good answer back
So
though.
wrapping
Right.
round behind him is unlikely.
2 armor rebuys, there's a chance this guy buys heavy armor. I don't think it's worth, but
It would just be a dry peek. Destrian now trying to take a little bit of space. Timing doesn't
Destrian
look
would like,
great.
dude, the ops are getting popped.
Instantaneous. And Andalusia flawless for Gentlemates to get back on the board. But I will say, some of the fights that they're taking, utterly disrespectful. I genuinely cannot believe that Bayaz knew there was an operator there and then went, I'll take him. On a breach.
They just won a map 13-4. I mean, the first
I
couple
mean, I'm not
rounds
sure he
here,
knew it was an
I
op,
can't be
to
too
be honest.
surprised.
Because I'm pretty
There's
sure
a
the
lot
jump
of
spot
confidence on
spotted one.
display.
But they
Or
did
the
break
fact
the
that it's
turret with
working out
the...
for the punishes
They did break the
are
turret
always there
with the
on the
Phantom.
other side. And from Vitality, you can't allow them to get away with something like that.
And I think he just
Wallace
thought they went
and
back with the...
Luthien flashing. We'll see what they can do on this defense with rifles up yet again. Credits still in the back pocket. Showstopper to work with.
Interesting. I kind of like this strat. Are they just going to straight... They're going to then fake B and then hit C after making early pressure over towards A. Is he going to touch the... Okay, the plan was to touch the spike. I actually like this. I actually like what they went for here. So the plan was to create early pressure over towards A. Then they look like they're going into B with the ult. They're going to tap the spike with the Phoenix, set off all the mollies, and then once the ult's done, they pivot into C and plant C, trying to pull the rotates off C to get into sight. It kind of worked anyway like this without the tap of the spike. Yeah, and they feel like they need to get some map control.
Not paying attention, the boombot's blind, but nobody else. And now that showstopper through actually catches Bayaz on the back lines.
Omen flash, it's Takas on this as well.
Leaving a player on the other side blind, but only for a second.
What a shot.
And a quick shot.
What a... Whoa, whoa, whoa. The boys are just aiming. What is that?
Level up the scoreline once again.
How did he get 3 there?
Tying up that scoreline. Oh, Tom, you're not standing for that? Leave the ball below.
This isn't Sensi.
Now, tying up the scoreline in this fashion, you know, I kind of understand. Sander doesn't want his barrel to be seen, right? So he's tucked in against the wall, but usually you're going to have that extra player covering you, and I think they were slightly spaced out.
The last
a little
two
bit too much. Obviously,
nasty.
that's just due to Gentlemates, the way
I like the
they're
overall
pushing
strat though. This was a cool overall
fast
strat.
B, ult
And then
use,
now
they
they do
see
the same
space,
thing, but they
and
actually
they're
push
stretching
out
the door
towards
to
A.
C.
Even on this 3-person
Vitality on the
push,
back foot a little
flash
bit,
hits.
not having those rotates in, it's not a slower approach.
Is this Omen flash hit? Oh, you're
Punchy from
dead,
this
bro.
squad. Now, Logan was spotted by the flash.
Yeah,
Paranoid
you
up
are
and
dead.
bang. There's not much he could do
Can
about
cool
that
numbers
one.
though.
Quick punish from Vitality.
I wonder if
but
he
what's
took damage
Gentlemate's
from
response? They
Oh,
see
they're a
Raze.
little scared. They're a little scared of Sender after the shorty play. They haven't gone pushing through. That's the thing. There was an opening, but he's genuinely got in the back of their heads.
Yeah, they might be going back after this.
You're not going to make the same mistake twice, are you? I like the deep nade here. That's going to give them control to off the plant, but the spike is a little far
Dude, he
behind.
knew
Yeah,
that was
so
coming.
no one
Plays
gets
anti-flash
found on
for
the
that.
way
Almost
through,
got
so the Tag's
another.
taking the fight.
Definitely
Back they
pivot
go.
over towards A
Back
is
through
good.
the
Spike
door.
almost
Flash
gets
used to
caught.
cover their
Can
back.
Killjoy...
The A site will be seized.
No,
Destrian's
doesn't want to lose
close
the
by,
round.
but not close enough. He can slow them down a second, reposition up top, but a battle will be on his hands, and he doesn't want to give that advantage away. Instead, waiting for kicks, waiting for safe.
Whalers is a lunatic.
Further behind, runner covering their back. This will be a 3-man, oh no, a 4-man play through heaven. Everybody challenging Whalers. He lost it before. This was a tough angle against the pistols. And again, runner will open the space, blast packing through while Destrian trades. Bay has to be rooted out, and with low HP, he didn't stand a chance. Takas though, 72, but he only needs 1 bullet to the head to take them down. And the first is found successfully. The second, oh,
Nice
it
shots
comes
from
close,
Safe in this
but
round.
Safe baits him well with a quick tap on the AD keys. 4 rounds now for Vitality. The lead will be held.
I like the
a
change up
little
from
bit
Vitality.
longer.
This push over towards C was
I
cool.
really like that round.
And
Vitality. I think
pretty sure the
again,
rays
it's the
didn't
same
get
scenario I mentioned
detected,
before, where
so
if you allow
they couldn't
this
instant
Gentlemate
react.
side to actually get their executions off, they're really deadly, but instead they're being disruptive. An aggressive C push to remove out the lurker, it forces this Gentlemate side to react, but even just because of the doubts held by Sender being in the tree position, they weren't able to take that space so quickly, and the split back was expected. A good round from Vitality, a great response, and now, well, with the finances of Gentlemates somewhat on the brink, they're not in too bad a position. They're going to take their time to make sure that they don't let this one slip away, because as we already mentioned with this composition, the expectations
Wait,
are
you're
there
sick
on the
today?
attack, on the
Hopefully you
defense.
feel better, bro.
They're going to have to be very aggressive, have to be very proactive. And
Do I
that's
have mates
something
to
that
win this?
Vitality
Nah, I have Vitality to win this, but the first map wasn't exactly... didn't exactly fill me with confidence on that.
Conversation as well. You know, Vitality can be prepared for what Gentlemates bring here, and maybe even on Sunset as well. It's going to develop as time goes on. I think that defensive side where Gentlemates have the better chance of putting them on the back.
Do you think Lotus needs a wall rework? Yes, but teams don't make it look like it does, so we won't for ages. I reckon they might fortify some walls when you... Actually, I don't think they will fortify some walls. I reckon the most likely thing is they never change walls and we just get owed enough. That makes the most sense. I think they like the wall banging aspect.
Of course you do.
Sky Ode, it's new. I like it.
Well, it could just be a change up of maybe trying to fake who's on what side of the map, because as I said, they've already seen each other play, so just try a bit of a ruse.
I mean, the idea, like, I love the idea of bringing this into play, right? The fact that you have this Odin to work with means that while your teammates are
Same
taking this
A take
challenge
for
that
them. They
you've
walk
consistently
out.
had a problem with around this angle. Your
Odin
can
over
keep on
towards tree.
spraying through these walls, trying to take down Natank, for example, where he is right now, but he's already a little closer than they expect. The paranoia goes in, but Natank's
Safe.
able to
What?
fight close. The
That
sprays
was...
are a little shallow.
What?
Because that player had already pushed up. He's too quick in taking the space, too disrespectful for this strategy to work without more information. And I don't know how much more they could possibly
In
want.
theory, Runner was meant to trade him with the flash, but even just the line of the flash here. You got... Yeah, I don't know about that one.
4 players are now on that right side of the map. Like, you could literally almost split it directly down
I imagine
the
in
middle,
practice
and they are
that
all
looked a
over
little
on that other
different,
side.
and there
Like,
was
it just
something
leaves
else
the
that was
seaside
meant to happen.
completely clear if they were to go in that direction. Now, they did have the little bit of early information from the turret, but that's already been destroyed. Now we see the full sprint back. In the meantime, though, that rolling
Killjoy, I mean, Killjoy ult gives them some space. They can even still get the plant. This literally does nothing. Just accept it. It's fine. And then they can just... Yeah, they get the ult down, and then they can just breach ult when they decide to come over towards the site.
In a rolling thunder backup
Wait,
as
he needs to
well,
be
as
closer.
we've just seen primed and ready from Beaz is massive.
There we go.
Gonna
Gonna hit all of them.
He might get all of them.
Yeah, it's actually gonna hit all of them.
Now, if he clicks it and
1,
he has
2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3, 4. They're all hit by it. They're all stunned. And 2 are gunned. That seems to be Gentlemates with the round in the bag. 5 versus 2. And a quick trade on the tank. The stun even came through, so there was nowhere to go. We are looking at
the Killjoy
textbook
ult
Valorant from this attacking
didn't
side.
really do anything.
I think the players are playing it perfectly. You have to give so much credit to Existence as well. I think we're seeing that experience from such a long time.
Kind of actually told them that
competing
the site
within
was clear, to
FPS.
be honest.
And the value being brought is immeasurable, I think.
Yeah, I think the second he turned to coaching, he was one of the hottest properties in all of Valorant. I don't think anybody who knew anything about FPS had heard of Existence somewhat in the past. The thing I'm really impressed with, though, and I think someone we're maybe not hyping up enough, is Beaz. And I feel like the combinations he has alongside Takas and the tank are disgusting, especially on his breach. Even in the games they lost, you can see the thought process. And you go back to his Sova plays, look at the amount of times that there was a pop flash, but the player was also getting, like, scanned.
What do I think of the Phoenix picks on Lotus? Old Lotus, in for it. New Lotus,
4 to 4.
yeah, not,
Still, though,
not
I
the
feel like
best.
we're talking a lot about Gentlemates, but
You
Vitality are
can
in no
get orbs.
stretch.
Like, it's not the worst, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's gonna not work. You can have a good game plan. You can win games with it.
They've definitely shown that
but
they have some
when it was double orb, it was actually good in my opinion.
Joke's over. You're dead. Got a good read here again, Mitch. 3 players within this A site, and even going to use a Viper Spear very early on.
What the hell is this all? Look at it, heaven. Looks weird as hell.
I mean, he will straight up
Oh
run
my,
and gun.
runner.
The try and take you down. But
And are we just going to get a spam on this?
The pit will be safe. The problem is the pit does not deny the plant. It doesn't let you get back up close. All it does is stop their aggression.
And it's a good plant for
It's
a good plant for this. What?
Two through the pit. One was Sender.
Man, and he times the flash well. Oh, this kid though. I take it back. Phoenix is unbelievable. It is all this kid though. Like he's the one making it look good.
Seem to be living on a prayer. It's not answered. They're left alone in this 2 versus 5. Not a kill to their name. And it might just be. No, it's not flawless. It comes so close. 5 HP, all that Kick survives.
Yeah, and he's pretty much secured that he gets another ult into this half as well. So.
To survive. Running for his life. No one's
And is he? Yes, he is.
Just about a little too shy. A little too shallow. 5-4. The lead now for Gentlemates. They are looking so good. What do you do?
I'm starting
the first
to wonder.
At least he shot. The second, I mean, Center
Yeah.
had fired 1 bullet through.
I'm genuinely starting
Yeah,
to wonder
they
if
both
just
fired
before
1
the
bullet,
matches, like,
and they both had
gets really
instant
close,
regret.
he goes, "Attack, if you lose this game, you're out." And then he just goes nuclear. Because the difference between this, like, he was good in their last series, but his Phoenix was rough. I think
Phoenix
on
was
this
bad.
map,
Yeah.
he's already done more. He's already just blitzing opposition.
He's got the same amount of kills as he did last time, right now.
Yeah,
9 rounds in.
9 rounds. Going
And
into
the
round
impact,
10.
absolutely massive. There we go. Already bested himself. Another
Look at the
another
flashes.
kill.
He gets his
Double
ult.
entries
1
on the
more
way
kill. He's
through.
got his ult.
He used his ult last
Yeah, it's back.
Ridiculous. Running it back. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I've seen this round before. The tank just shredding them. Takas on another. And another chance for an Andalucia flawless. Improbably good. This roster just keeps doing it. Raising the bar. Far exceeding expectations. And now an Andalucia flawless gives
And
them
now-
a 2
now they have
round
his
lead.
ult.
Their attack side on Lotus looking a little bit better. They've already beaten their score from last time. It was 5 rounds on the attack.
And the
previously.
worrying thing as well is if you remove the fact that round 2, they lost to an eco. Round 3, they forced. Round 4, they ecoed. So other than that, it's 5-1.
Yeah. In terms of buy rounds, in terms of rounds that matter, in terms of rounds where you've got those ultimates, yeah. Gentlemates are winning the vast majority. I like the idea. Sender's always one to pull this out.
Very little amount of damage. And that's the thing. I feel like Sender is the one that has actually had the sort of lineups. He does well to combine his snake bites. I will say, he's playing a much more passive position. Bear in mind, last time out in this exact matchup, he was playing around tree. And you can see that they are forcing him back. Now, in this case,
We've got to keep an eye on Safe. Safe has done a one-way smoke. I think he TP'd into it, and then he dropped down once he saw numbers over towards A, and he is kind of locked them in. I really like this as well. Oh,
A lot of hot
a
water.
little bit laggy.
If they had committed that. Attacker locked down in play, pushed through, attempted damage done, but not followed through on.
This guy's in it.
Yeah, okay, runner's gonna get
That's
to Tane,
okay.
it's fine. Buys them a couple of seconds.
Safe decides to join his team on this one.
Couple of seconds, but
Raze
then
ult,
ultimately
Phoenix
just
ult for the
resets.
afterplant. I mean, they could just
Seekers might
waterfall it.
but there's also
Just cycle.
the ult coming out from the tank as well. They have so much available to
Yeah,
them.
there goes
Straight
number
away,
1.
There's the first. They're holding on to what they've got from
Yeah,
Takas. He's just
and
spamming
then
away,
here
but
comes
can
number
fall
2.
back into his position once again. Takas looking to potentially cause havoc here within that smoke, and now somebody is on it, but
Bro,
the
these
tank again
flashes.
goes through.
Yeah,
Still, the
breach
traits
damage
of
goes in.
vitality are good,
Takas
but
still
they're
has his
denying
ult.
them from getting onto this spike, still struggling. Now Whalers will go across as a distraction. The show
Yeah, and he can just wait for as long as he wants.
He's just gonna shoot
No
it
one's
at the very
tapped it,
last
no one
second.
wants to
If
take that
anybody
hit.
tries to get onto that spike, it's just not possible. The time is gone.
Ah, they're playing
Gentlemates
so
will
well.
fall, but the spike does the work for them.
A win's a win in their book. They've certainly got the credits.
Yeah, and the
to throw
delay was
away,
good.
Tom. The
Phoenix
Gentlemates squad,
Phoenix ult
8
into
to
breach
9K
damage, then we have a
is what we're
breach
looking
stun,
at
and
for
then we
most of
have
these players coming out of that round. And there's only one left to play for. This is far from
and
a
then
win.
we managed to
Vitality's booking. Destrian even got hunted down when the tank
use
killed him.
they
It was
used
only
the
25 HP,
Razor to finish
and that
this
was
one as
from
well.
when the tank was full blinded and just swinging left to right, and he still manages to tag him up massively. Again, playing the numbers game in that sense. Potential 8-4 at the half. Gentlemates, well, they haven't got the ultimates to work with, but neither do their opponents. Only really the showstopper for Runner. I don't feel like we've seen any serious impact from a showstopper in a couple games. It's been kind of slower for the Rays players. We'll see if Runner can break that curse.
Flash goes over towards A.
Last round
No one
was-
over
was
towards
a
A.
lot of time bought. Violet showstopper at the end. Stun. Will push
No
Destry
one
back.
even near their ults for Gentlemates.
Again, Bears' utility causing them issues.
Still,
The last round, they're
we're getting them just in
looking to
case.
Try and get that run it back online. He's got 4 points away at the beginning of the round. They're like, I still believe he can get it.
We're going for the one pass and fake on this. One pass and fake or potentially a Phoenix Lark. Keep an eye on the Omen. Safe has an Odin close, but he doesn't really get the early info like he would when there's a wall. Like I like this against the Viper wall. I think it's incredible. The wall just goes up and you can just spam this area, but when you're not playing against a Viper, I'm not sure it's going to work too well, unless you're holding a one-way.
Spotting them out, now repositioning. The third player on Team Vitality to try playing in this position. He's got a good chance. That's the perfect position, but Beyaz is safe. He's around the corner.
They're going back. That's the thing.
Yeah, they go all the way back. Keep an eye on the time. They got to go through a smoke, an alarm bot, a molly, and we have one more molly that is done. Yeah, they got to go B. And then we have a nade and an ult. Wait. Oh my god, yeah. The double? I've never seen it get a double.
Timmy the Turret MVP.
Oh my.
He's won out the final round for Vitality.
Yeah, a little bit of melon sprinkled in there for this one. Overcooked it a little bit. They didn't really count the util used. Maybe Phoenix had to try break some.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, you know what, Logan, I think he'll find, usually on the attack side, he's looking up.
Peyton, you're a savage, man.
Vitality
What the
will
hell?
always wait. They always had that player elsewhere.
Just imagine
His defense will be different.
Destrian's like, all plan.
One enemy remaining.
The double.
There's no way. If he shoots the turret, it's
like,
done
oh,
anyways.
God.
Off time. A little smirk on Sal. That's a big smirk on Sal's face.
Good round from them, though.
We'll be
Holding on to
talking
the
about that one.
utility, aggressive position from the shadows, having high impact. And this is
Oh,
what
it's
we
the
expect to
pinch.
see. Look at the aggression
Yeah,
from
it is the
Gentlemates.
pinch, and
This
they
is a
decide to fight
5-man
back.
Push. 3 all the way going up.
These guys on
The
B
others
need to
filtering
activate
in
though,
from
right?
behind. This is just filled. They have so many ideas. Kicks. He's clinging on, though. He's done fantastically well in Sender. Do they expect him to be?
Yeah, I mean, they've seen this guy jiggle.
Like they have the right idea. Already spotting him out. Logan's going to take the fight.
22
Kicks is
HP.
still
Frenzy, though.
just clinging to life. 22 HP. Frenzy in hand. Also the spike. And it's him versus Logan.
Well, Logan must think he's gone. That's what's in Kick's mind, at least. He's gone to plant that spike. Kicks could catch him off guard. But Logan's too patient. Why hasn't he planted yet? Well, soon that question will be answered. For now, they're both cautious of the other side. Once that plant comes in, though, Kicks has the Trailblazer to work
Man, Mitch
with
is
information.
whispering so quiet.
Logan might pull back that turret. I don't know if he'll even bother. Is the Tiger going to see him? That's the real question. It spotted him.
Oh,
The information to work with now. The nano has to be dodged. Kicks is extremely low. Logan can take him down with
Yeah,
just
he's just
the
gonna
one.
jump
That
every
right
corner.
click now looking incredibly deadly.
damn, he
He has
picked
to
the wrong
find
way.
him first. Kicks could
picked
have
the
gone
wrong way.
absolutely anywhere. The first clue is the plant spot. It's down below, so he thinks maybe that other player is too. Trying desperately to find him. The clock running out. The swing
Nicely
comes
handled
in.
from Kicks.
Kicks finally
Huge
finds
round.
it. Patience ultimately wins out the round for Vitality as they get 6-7 on the board.
Yeah, the youngster might have just saved him there.
Yeah,
he gets
it
4
was-
kills.
it was a
3 of them at
1v2.
least, he was on 22 HP. So a bullet would have done it. This set play again from Gentlemates was just wonderful. It was 2 pushing up through B, 3 pushing up
It's a
from
1B.
C. And it's only because Kicks
it went to a
basically
2-on-2
killed
there, yeah.
4/5 of their team that the other round goes the other way.
And he's so
1v2,
clean.
yeah.
Even in that last fight, you know, he nearly runs out of ammo for the 3rd kill, but the final one, headshot into body, it had to be any other way, and there's a response, and that response would be deadly when you're 22 HP. So
Yeah, at
nicely
least they
done.
get a little bit out of it
Lifeline
in
for
terms of
Vitality.
1
They're
orb
not down and out just
to the
yet.
Phoenix.
1 round behind, and it's only classics for Gentlemates.
And a
Takas has a Ghost, and Logan.
With
He's
what?
got his good old weapon back out. No surprise
okay.
there. He loves the Sheriff.
Sender causing issues.
Bomb grenade out.
This is where Vitality can control the pace a little bit more. It's where this composition really
Logan's
needs to have a lot more depth.
Logan's haunting me.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who we're watching.
Always
We're
watching you.
always seeing Logan. This is actually how I feel watching Logan play. He's always behind you.
Well,
always
they
lurking.
gambled
This
the
time,
right side.
That's not the case, but Vitality will still leave safe to watch that just in case.
30 seconds.
Understandable.
There is
Eventually
one
it comes
sheriff
time to
here.
make the play, and Tom,
Stack perfect.
yeah, they've gone
They
to
have
the
no
wrong
vision
site.
block for the Heaven guy, right? Okay.
Oh,
Smoke
this
just
is
came in.
terrifying. This is one of
We
the
got
only
one
ways
flash, we
this
got
round could
mollies,
go wrong.
got
Flashes on
stuns.
either side.
Oh,
They're
man.
going to try and sprint off the back of it. The counter's good, and bear in mind the weaponry is so weak for the side of Gentlemates. Fighting tooth and nail, Spike yet
Okay, it's fine. It didn't feel too comfy. Like, I'm looking at some of this thinking, yeah, this could have gone differently.
But it is an Andaluthia flawless to take home this
Could
second
have gone
round for
differently.
Vitality. They are weathering the storm that is this Gentlemate side and starting to get to a point where they could even take the lead.
Wow, that's the highest.
What?
That's the highest jump spot.
Right.
What?
Well, I didn't see that one.
No, I was watching, but I didn't see it. That's ridiculous. A headshot through the wall as well. Perhaps he suspected the player would jump peek like that. Safe's insane. Well, 7-7, tied up, and now a bye for Gentlemates. Full rifles coming through, light shields across the board. God, I wish we saw more outlaw play. And a close fight. Seekers already popped kicks, though, able to swing, using
Yeah,
them as
Kicks
extra
is-
armor, and taking down Logan and Whalers. Used runner as a human meat shield, too. They've spotted players up close, flash used, but here's the counter flash. The Tonk's being good for them, but he's out now. No more work, where's the back? They turned
guys.
their back on him! They knew he was there, Tom. I
They
guess they thought he
yeah,
ran
they
away.
really thought he went back.
Couldn't be more
Nah,
mistaken and
nah.
He's back at it again. 3 kills. The spike secured. And the round perhaps on the back of it. They even know where Sender is. He hit a nuts shot in the previous round. Time to do it again.
Fell apart real fast.
Run it back used.
Yeah, run it back used to get information. It
get
just kind of
some
shows you
help
how
out
important
more
this
than
round is for
anything,
them
but
to win in terms of their money.
It also clears out some positioning. Sender was excellent in the last round. Has a rifle to play with, upgrading away from the Guardian. He's going to get that duel versus Natang.
Is it 1v1? Yeah.
but
Sender's
Natang
just like,
has
wait,
to
1v1
be.
and a 1v2? I should be taking
He
that.
was born
Swings
without
back into it.
seems. And
I mean,
Gentlemates
kind of
take the
gifted a
round.
little
He's
bit.
1 HP,
Some of
by
the
way.
jewels to Phoenix.
He's 1 HP.
1.
1.
Oh.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, pretty damn close. I think for Natank, I've never seen him play like this before. I've seen him be good. I've seen him be solid.
1 HP.
But he's back with a vengeance. And indeed, on the dot of 1. 4 kills, 17 and 10. Like I said, last time on this map, it was 17 deaths
Yeah.
with the Phoenix.
This is the same team.
Exactly, a few days ago.
Important to premise that.
It's not
The
like this
exact
was
same
months
series,
ago.
the exact same team.
A
And
couple of
somehow,
days makes a hell of a difference.
You know what they say.
Where are we? Let's kind of look at the money quickly.
And you give existence 2 or
1,
3.
2, 3 that can't buy next,
I
and
guess that was just to try
they'll
and
be on loss
destroy
bonus. So only one.
potential
Actually,
alarm bot.
2, 4, 3, 2.
Using utility to
on a
destroy
Killjoy?
utility,
Yeah,
and
we'll
there
include it.
is
2,
nobody on the C side.
2
They are
and
playing
3
a
for
full
people that can't
retake
buy
setup
next.
right now. In fact,
And
they
they
haven't
stroll
budged.
onto the B site.
Maybe having some sort
And
of
we have
read
a
that they're
double
expecting their opponents
lurk.
to go back in the other direction, but no, it is just going to be a full 5v5.
Nicely
Make
done
that
from
full
Destron on this,
retake.
56 HP.
Logan just
I mean,
died to a lurk.
how do they,
Well, that's karma right there. Vitality, 5 versus 4.
how are they meant to win this
Made
round
in
on the
play
retake
for
here?
Runner. 2 snake bites for Sender. Even a nano on Destrian. They've got a lot to work
the Omen
with.
Flash
Here's
is good.
what I'm trying to say. Taka's
Wait,
though has gone up and
wait,
over. He's
that
diving
util's
through. I have
legit.
no idea.
That's why they can play retake on C. Oh my god.
Done yet. 3 kills. And Nade, it's bounced back in a Sender kicked it back. And now they're trying to defuse.
He can
Oh,
just stick that the whole way.
Destrian
Oh, it's close.
It's half. The time is so close.
He got it.
The smoke. It saved him.
So close. Got the defuse on this.
I can't believe the rounds we're watching.
Dude, that retake
This has
though,
been the
chat.
most
Omen
absurd
flash,
display in
Molly.
Valorant
I need to
I've
watch it
seen in
again. Omen
such a long
flash.
time. The
And
other
then
day
on
I
the
was
left,
watching
you're
weird
hoping that they
paper
get
X comps. I was
blind,
like,
they
this
run
is
into the
crazy.
breach damage.
Start seeing
I think there was a
Takasa
Viper
just
molly
full
there.
W
The
key
smoke
into a
goes
site,
up.
come out with 3 kills when they're at a disadvantage. And then the tank in a snake bite just full defuses.
And then the molly
It didn't even
in
react.
front of
It
the
was just
smoke
like,
in case they
"Not
try
gonna
and
get me.
fast
I'm just
retake.
gonna sit within it."
Dude,
And
that's
you can't
nice.
blame
That is a nice
Vitality
retake.
for not expecting
4v5.
him to do this. It's just absurd.
It is a
Team Viper
fraction
molly?
of a
Yeah, that makes
second
sense.
in the difference.
Because yeah, because of the comp.
angle makes it all.
What do you even say if you're selling? Guys, you got the site. Okay.
Man, the
try not
Viper
to
kind
let
of
one
Viper
guy
kind of wrecked him a
sprint
little
you.
bit.
And by the way, you kind of.
I don't think it mattered too much because he was full
full
flashed anyway.
It's such a difficult thing to reset mentality on a team when your opponents are just doing mad shit. That's all I could really call it. It's just insane.
Somehow, Existence still has a lot to say. I mean, well done is about all. How the hell did you win that would be the follow-up. Takas, what are you doing? Just running in with a Guardian. But, you know, if it works, it works. And it certainly works for Gentlemates here
And they
today.
do manage to squeeze out a buy. Are they missing anything?
Two
No.
duelists at the top. One of them
Light
was
armors,
previously on
light armor
Vitality,
Odin.
The other was previously on Carmine Corp. And both of those teams have got to be sat there going, oh, for God's sake, what have we done? We've created an absolute monstrosity of these two
We've got
playing together.
7
And we
players
could
that
have
can't
had
buy
them on our
next.
team. Like, that's the truth. Don't get me wrong, both have got great duelists, but
Phoenix gets
I've not
another
seen anyone
orb.
doing what these guys are doing. And so
We're actually
consistently
very
at that.
close to a lot of ults as well. We got. I mean,
Saw the
not
vote
this round, but
before we
next
started
round's going to
things
be a
out,
little
Tom.
bit wild. Runner
Your
just picked
quick
up the
shout
orb
was
as well, so
definitely
he's giving me 2 away as well.
That's because most of the
Favorite
Gentlemates
Vitality.
fans are in this room.
Takas is an important person here, and he did tank a little bit of damage from the Odin at the beginning.
But if you're Vitality fans right now,
Maybe he gets
no
plucked
doubt,
with the
there's a bit
Razor.
of sweat on the brow. Gentlemates, some weaknesses. Bayaz
Another jump
comes
spot
in
on
with an
this.
SMG.
Surely they
Cypher's
didn't
got
punish
that big
again.
boy gun. We saw the spam at the start of the round. Didn't find anything, and the space is being conceded in the end. Gentlemates may have pushed up to rubble. You see the mark up on top. The snake bite followed through to force them out of position. Make it easier to take him down. They know they've got the control. And now it's just about systematically pushing up, taking that space. You've got an orb to cover while they try to challenge. That challenge will be on to Bayaz. He has to be very careful not to go down here. That utility's
Yeah, I
too
mean, he's baited
valuable,
the Killjoy.
especially
Poor
when he's taking a
Killjoy.
fight with the Spectre, and you've got
Logan's
teammates
just
like
out in the
Logan to
open
take
now.
that
He's done
duel
great
instead.
damage,
Good
but I
damage
think
done.
the breach
Safe
needed
down
to
11.
duel to kind of bait that one
Vitality
in
might
a
be
little bit.
second guessing whether they want to blitz into this right now. The heal will go up first. 20 seconds to
Flash,
decide.
we got a
A
molly,
site
we got
might
double
seem
flash,
nice,
they
but
can
B
omen
is worth
flash
going
into.
for. There's so
Yeah,
much
I mean,
utility here. Takas on his way. He's a little late. The rocket fires off, but the player's already dead. The flash good, safe. 10 HP, he's dead, but there's some support.
safe?
A firing squad there, and somehow Safe gets out of it with a 3rd kill. Still firing away. Of course, he had the heal earlier, right? So he's back up to 100. Back up to fighting health. While Whalers desperately tries to defuse it. A wild spam through will light him up and take him off. He could be sticking that, Tom. Realistically, he could be. Very brave from Vitality to let him away with it.
Yeah, Safe did
As we
unreal
can
amounts
see,
of damage
it
here.
has worked out. Safe was 11 HP.
Shout
before
out
they
to the
entered
guy
that
that
site.
got the plant
Got out of it
down.
with 4 kills.
8 and omen flash, 8
now taking his place at the top of the board.
Phoenix flash as well.
I think again, it comes down.
I
to
think
the last
Gentlemates
few
they'll look at
seconds
this
of the
and they'll
round,
be like,
but
man, we
it's just
really
some
misplayed this.
Big jewels coming out from him, being able to win the fights on the site. I think some slight hesitation as well from Takas as to where they actually planted. He checked the
Got
right
saved
side.
as well.
If he
Sender
fires it
saved
straight in,
him.
Maybe denies them here. But the fact is, Vitality have got themselves around, and more importantly, the finances of Gentlemates are in the bin. Like they didn't survive with basically anyone in the prior round. And so because of that, they're going to have some
And
pistols,
the
a Guardian
Vitality
onto Logan,
have a chance to farm up against the
not a lot
ecos.
else. This
They're
time out,
also
they're farming up the it's not
4
going on
people,
Tank
sorry,
because
3 people that are
he is
1
a
away
reaper.
from their ults.
Yeah, you can see
The next
Vitality
round,
being
on
a
the
little
big buy
slow
round
in
where
getting through that
Gentlemates
A
have to
control,
win or
so
if they have to
Gentlemates say,
eco, they're
okay,
going to have
cool,
4
we'll just take
ults.
the orb out in the open.
Probably 5.
We know you're not going to cross that wall for a little bit. Worked out for them. 9 to 8.
I think the big thing to highlight here is you look at the sort of ultimates that are currently either close or about to be available. There's so many that are just a couple of orbs away. So for Vitality, they are getting into a point where they might just have themselves a free round. Even though you see that duel going the way of Logan, Destrian actually gets his ult online for that. So as long as they don't have a massive error, they're going to be in a very, very good spot going into round number 19. How are they winning some of these fights?
Oh my.
Clean shots, and kicks us down to 21.
And he's miles away. He's getting an ult before they plant though, gets his ult into the next round.
At least help safe out. There you go. Either way, it's just Logan. And with a rifle in hand, he probably is better
and he's
off
saving on this
than
one.
trying the 1 versus 3. I guess in the worst case scenario, an extra rifle could help out, bolster the economy, give them that little bit of extra wiggle room. But looking likely, looking impossible that we see anything other than an equalized scoreline. Vitality are not giving up just yet. And remember, last time that we saw these two teams play,
This next round,
this was the weakness for Gentlemen.
you might actually just see a timeout with it as well. It's just there's just so many ults online.
And it was a fight back after losing the pistol round that got them the first 2.
I don't know. There's some options.
When they went to their own defensive side,
Definitely some options into how to play it.
So it's
The
not
most obvious one is to go
optimal
aggro, but you
if that
also
carries
have a
on.
Killjoy
That's
ult,
learned
so
this
that could
range
benefit that as well. They could do like a 4-1 aggro with a Killjoy who's gonna
Congratulations.
stall or
But,
help with the retake.
I think from this point, you know, this is really where I expect most of the innovation that Gentlemates will have put in to have come from. The attack side, you'll always have new ideas, but
yeah,
this
the
is where
call into this
weaknesses
round is
were.
really
I
important.
expect to see those bolstered down. Right
5
now,
ults.
it's the same kind of
If they
results
wanted
we
to
saw
go
last time.
aggro,
2 defensive
they kind of
rounds.
have the best 2 ults for it in my opinion in terms of aggro, and then they can have something to help retake.
So they've been managing to grind back some of these rounds without having to use those ults. So
Yeah, so this is a good time for a timeout, and let's see what and how Existence thinks they should approach it.
Space. You can have Seekers to give you the information, and sure, there's a couple available on the other side, but this basically gives Vitality at least one just all-out cheese round. And as you said, they're now on that favored side of the map, the side which we have seen them grind back even versus the likes of Fnatic. So the expectation is from this stage onwards, they are in the driver's seat. And it's up to Gentlemates once again to try and disrupt them.
Yeah, I
Now,
might have to watch it back, Gabri. It was a cool game. They had a lot of nice stuff.
They have proven they have those execution on that side. It's just whether they have more to show, because with this sort of comp, with this double duelist, you kind of have to be going aggressive, similarly to like we saw in the pistol round where they have the cool combinations. Whereas for Vitality, they have players like Sender who are very, very happy to just wait out the round until the last second and then have that high firepower, high ultimate execution.
We've seen the patience of Sender on display. I mean, again, that shorty round, he stood there staring at a wall for a good minute and a half. But the reward is found eventually, and that's all you need. The light at the end of the tunnel. And they never lose sight of that on the side of Vitality. 9-9.
And they decide to go aggro over towards B, and it's the right decision. And we didn't even ult because it would make it too obvious. He ults to survive the Razor. Holy, but he's eaten so much. That was mental. He ulted to survive the Razor. That was kind of sick.
A lot of damage. Kicks can heal most of it up, except the 90 that he's lost, the shields that he
They got a little bit
has.
unlucky to not get out on top here. Well, I say on top.
But the good
Trade.
thing, he still has both flashes, so he doesn't need to be involved in the initial fight. Instead, he'll be letting his teammates do the running in.
Yeah, good reaction.
Still died. I mean, yeah, Bay has used everything to try keep him alive.
Managed to weather the storm. They are building back into this one.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
got a little bit. And honestly, with how that peak happened, he should know that that guy wasn't the Odin guy.
Sneaky with their way through instead. It's a little bit more awkward. Taggart, he's still fighting. He's going
And
tooth
he
and nail with
is,
his
so that's a
opponent, little bit
stick.
wary of where the Omen had TP'd to, but they
A
haven't
good
managed to deal
reposition
with
from him.
Hunting him down at this point, kicks his low and almost manages a kill, but now it's left all onto safe.
Another one for
He's
safe,
gotten
and
rid
they
of
have 2
Taggart,
ults.
But there's that rolling thunder.
30 seconds
He's going to be able
He
to
dodged
dodge it. That might be a nasty surprise. Logan is going to spot him before anything gets too dangerous in the double peak. from
Really,
Gentlemates.
really close. That's a
Up
big win
against
for
it,
them.
Pressured. They thrive once
Razor
again.
out,
I think
Omen
it
all
might
out.
seem odd to see him swing into both players at the end, especially when you probably realize he's heard both steps, has a decent idea. There was a breach on the other side. He was thinking, if I sit in tree and wait, I'm getting stunned, I'm getting flashed, something's coming my way. Had to try to take the opportunity.
It's also the element of
That's what it is.
surprise. If they think he's stunned,
Yeah.
you're not expecting him to be able to swing and spray you.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're running in, maybe being a little bit careless, hunting him down, and instead, well, it's another win for Gentlemates.
Don't think Safe was too happy about how that round went, but
What gave it away?
just his choice of words.
His demeanor.
I was gonna say, how is this guy not
Oh,
getting
they know where
punished
he
for
is.
these?
The tank a little bit lucky to get
Oh,
away
you're a
with that.
you're
What
dead.
are you
crazy
doing,
guy. I
Lotus?
cannot
He's
believe
just
he's alive.
teaming up on
Cannot
the
believe he gets 2.
What is happening? He's still here.
Oh
He's
my
still
goodness,
here.
the flash.
Is going through. I can't believe what I'm
He's
watching.
3 HP.
Vitality have just fallen apart.
He's 3
And Wales
HP.
has made one of the riskiest plays of all time.
Riskiest is a choice word, Tom. That was a silly play that somehow...
Unbelievable, and he got the spike down as well. I cannot believe it.
But the fact that he gets 3, the fact that Safe is going shrouded, stepping across it, lunacy. But that's how quick these rounds can fall out of your hands.
What is this round, dude? He was so calm. He was so calm with it, maybe too calm.
He's just out. He's out of the round.
Can we-
2v3.
Can we just erase this round from the map? I don't want to see this ever again.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Tell a lie. Lothar, break this one down.
Imagine they lose this. They got Killjoy at
They
all.
won the whole round.
Some
I mean, one's
interesting
1
use
H,
to
one's
start the
10
round,
HP.
certainly, but it quickly spiraled
Goes
into
in.
chaos. I like the spot from Bayaz. If they cross, though,
I think
there
they
is a
just had the
watching.
turret and they
So
do
for
not want to go
Gentlemen,
there
they've
with the
got
10
these
HP.
players boxed in.
Time.
The back isn't
Solid
watchable.
off angle.
15 seconds left. It's a gamble that they'll still come A, and they've made the right gamble indeed. Bayaz
Took down the
already
low
bought
HP
time,
though.
already ran
Do
that
they
clock down,
want
but
to use the
plan
Killjoy ult?
all the way through. The reposition afterwards.
Nicely done. No
Logan's
need for
ready.
it on this.
Another round for Gentlemates is found. And now the lead stretching
How?
a little bit further for Vitality.
How though?
They've got to be devastated.
I don't think I'm ready to watch this again.
Yeah, give me the
Let's get the
replay, man.
replays.
I want to see it.
Oh, here we go.
It was a
Let's
good
see. So
omen
he is
flashed into this
nearsighted.
guy.
The first makes sense.
That one
This
was mental.
I challenge you to make sense of. Then there's a flash through that actually catches Sender as he's still trying to go across the deal with him. And the tank says, I felt bad about killing Sender, man. They haven't got the smoke to cross up. I'm going to take myself out. Let's give him a chance. I respect that.
2 rounds. 2 rounds is what Gentlemates need to eliminate Vitality.
And this is his last
from the
timeout,
top.
I'm pretty
That
sure.
is the spot where I'm right now. If you've just joined us, you've missed a lot. Your sanity's probably
map
a
one.
little bit more intact than mine. But at the same time, that is what's at stake. Vitality will be out. Gentlemates will be looking to go into the play-in and still have a chance to battle their way back into the playoffs. It's a long road.
Yeah, we were looking at that backstage. It's definitely not as easy as you might think. You lose 1 match to go lower bracket. Oh, that's all right. We still says qualified above it.
Yeah.
Qualified to a different
Well,
part of the
it's
tournament.
basically, for teams like Fnatic might be able to get to Masters with 2 wins.
Yeah.
And some of the teams here might need like, what, 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Only their team,
It's a
Biddy.
much longer road, but it's also the road that Gentlemates are used to. They went through the Ascension. You think like 5 or 6 matches is much for Gentlemates? Talk about what, like 20, 30 games that you have to basically be flawless all the way through. They did that last year. And now with Vitality, let's be real, they came in as fairly heavy favorites. You're talking about a team
Yeah, and
that
they got
has
a
picked
low
up
buy.
world-class players. You're talking about Runner, someone everybody's been talking about in the tier 2 scene. Kicks there as well. They've kept Destrian safe.
If they
know
get
the
over
threat
towards,
is
I mean, they're
coming
going
later
B.
on. Sender has always
Do
been
you reckon
up
they
there
use ults into
statistically,
this?
taken over that IGL
It would be
role,
really
a lot of
bold.
coaching staff, management, Vitality invest.
But I could
in
understand
Valorant.
it.
Gentlemates
Ult
have
to
built
get
a
onto
team in
B,
the tier 2, kept it
Ult to stay
exactly
into the
same.
site, but they're not going
2
B.
rounds away from kicking them out.
Thank God they didn't change things. I think that would have been the worst thing for this squad. And looking at what they're able to do on the server, I really thought he was going down to the Classic there. Luckily, Safe popped the reload.
Well, they just lost their entry.
Yeah, it really is just so impressive that they're able to deliver this at tier 2, move up to tier 1, but that's it. You stay together, you learn together, you win together. Well, Takas, he's gone down alone.
Yeah,
So
and
is
I think
Destrian.
he handled the
Clawed off the
situation
back.
a little bit
He's
too
gonna
greedy in
flash
my
around
eyes,
that door in
especially
a
as he
big
had a
battle
nade.
zone, looking
That
to do
Molly
the
good?
damage, fire down. It's certainly chipping away at the health, leaving Sender on 50. And that Viper's Pit
Still
now,
no
not
spike.
as scary
Come on.
as it was a couple seconds ago when he was full health. They might be able to root him out of there, not just with a spray, but even with Logan. And I think that's what Vitality are waiting for, knowing there's a lockdown in play. If they plant, they could be in a lot of hot water.
Oh, they're
Actually, the
definitely
Viper's
using the
Pit will be
Killjoy ult
used
now, but
I
it's
think
like,
Logan's already starting to think, well, my
if you
X
put it
is
here-
pretty good.
the gap at the back.
Lockdown utilized. Bayaz is actually just trying to catch them as they exit.
Yeah, and they go for the
Locking
gap
them
at the
into
top
position. They're
here,
actually gonna
and it is all
reaggress
down
instead, but
to
they're gonna have
Whalers
to
try and
move
spam
into
this
corner.
and
It
not
should be
get
expected.
killed.
Paranoia already sent in. They're looking
Nicely
in the corner.
done, yeah, into the
Very well
corner,
executed.
Omen Flash.
Spacing perfect.
They did great. The
Gentleman's make
other
that
players
look
just
very
clearing
easy.
out the other bit of site that they might be on.
Just came back online for Bayaz as well. It was even thrown in. So
Good plan.
you know,
3.
you are screwed trying to get
Their
back
C
through that
retakes
choke.
are
Either you're blinded
the
and
C
stunned,
retakes
or
are
you're stunned and
very
detained,
nice so
or
far.
blind and detained.
Yep.
You're
Take
in,
your pick.
You're in your Venn diagram somewhere, or if you're really unlucky, all 3.
Yeah. Also,
Well, either way, the result
in terms
is
of the
the
smoke
same.
there, right? You see the smoke over towards C.
Pretty quickly.
If you're an Omen as well, you know when you're kind of doing your
Gentleman's
smoke, like this indicator, you know when it's like green. If you do it at the bottom of this, right? You go all the way to the bottom, then you can't get that angle as a upper. Like, in my opinion here, Safe maybe doesn't know the tech. I'm not sure, but his Omen flash, his Omen smoke is too high. So this angle was, sorry, his Omen, like this smoke here should be way lower. And you got to just, when you have that angle here, you can just put it way lower down. This was close to getting a kill there. Did they expect this guy to be pushing? Probably. It's pretty much just what they did on pistol, just with guns. Whoa.
And Whalers, the two of these players pushed B, held the back, boxed in Vitality, and they've just shut the lid tight.
They're back in their spawn. That's the amount of space they've been able to take in this round. And Logan, he went alone to take this fight and manages to quickly transfer
and look at
onto two
Bayaz.
heads.
He's
There have
holding
been
this
so many
angle.
heroes for the Gentlemate
Like
side,
he's,
and Vitality.
with this smoke, they could
They need one of
heavier
their
go
own now.
towards A. The issue is,
3 versus
they've had no
4,
info
as
on
you
A the
said,
whole time, so they don't know if
showstopper
anyone stares.
Is he actually going to stick that? He is. So
This
it
is pretty
sounded
smart
the door not gonna be there, but instead
from
it's the
Safe, though.
showstopper that might just give a nasty surprise. He knows where Safe
Nicely
is
done.
and takes him out. Runner has found one in the meantime, though, keeping
40
this one
seconds.
close.
What ults do they have? Omen ult?
Getting
Good
past
Omen
Takash
ult
is the
tree.
real problem.
Good flash.
Oh, and they both got hit by that Paranoia. The nade that clears the angle
30
instead,
seconds
not going to
left.
be useful. Blast back through, it's okay. They know Takas is there, they've spotted him. And even trying to push him out of position, but if they swing the other side, okay.
Oh.
Together they'll go in, and together they might win. Already Kicks with 2, but Bayaz sneaking around. He's
And
spotted,
they
he's
handled
seen,
this
and
very well.
both
Shout out to Kicks
were
again. He's just
locked
keeping
in
the
for that
minute.
kill. Kicks with all
He really
3.
is.
Vitality
Pistols, these
survived
rounds.
Another round. But Gentlemates, if they keep throwing out these curveball plays, no pun intended, the C push, the double B push, Logan and Whalers, you even had a Paranoia there that could have been used, and then Logan swings on the back. A couple seconds more, and this round doesn't get close.
Yeah, it still takes Kicks saving them there.
Yeah.
It still takes a hero to arise for the side of Vitality. They are still
Existence
clinging
is
to
face,
life.
man. 3 down to 2.
Ultimates. Oh, a lockdown on one side, the run it back, which is
And this
probably the
is
one you're more
their best
scared of at this
chance.
point.
Because they're going to have Phoenix ult into this, and
Just
next
look how
rounds, they're not
tentative
going to have the
nature
sickest
Vitality
buy.
are having to be. There's been a
They got to
set
deal
play
with
on
a
the majority of
potential,
rounds from
oh boy,
Gentlemates, and
one away from Raze and
mates are not afraid to try
Guile.
and push into their spawn. I'm sure Safe is even a little bit worried. He was about to get aftershocked. Smoke down on either side. Still, not really much of a move. They're going to use the edge of... Oh, dear. He's already gone through. A little bit wary of the TP. And again, they still haven't... It's basically a minute gone, and they're still just sat
yeah, and
in
that
their
smoke
spawn.
gave him a lot of room.
I don't mind Whalers being here, he can get out.
But this does good.
Wanted that information,
The
he's
tank
got it.
kind of close.
2,
Raze
3,
ult here. Does
4
Phoenix just
steps,
ult and send it?
potentially hurt on the way
Would
around.
be bold.
But like you said, Tom, that orb.
I'm feeling sorry for
Showstoppers
Whalers at the
online and
moment
ready.
because it's like, what is he
Lockdown
meant to be
in
doing
play
here?
And pushing them back.
One
Gentlemates
smoke.
don't want to stick around, but Whalers has got ult. Okay, for a second I thought he was going to try to cancel it and still take that fight, but
30 seconds
Nah,
left.
nothing
Not
too
the play.
risky. He wants to have his smoke to block vision.
wouldn't have
We've seen
worked.
this retake before,
With the
and they
right
have
back
some of the
available.
util.
They have a free opportunity to go in. Information is garnered, a distraction for Natan as they go running through, but he's not going to win the fight. Runner has caught another one. The advantage firmly sits with Vitality. Someone needs to step up. Logan's caught one. The shot's not connecting either for Runner. That's a second dropped. This is starting to fall apart a little bit now for Vitality. Kicks somewhat isolated, but his teammates will run through. The cavalry arrives to give them a little bit more of a chance. But it
Oh,
is falling
boy.
apart. Takas is just dying to the tank.
Still full sick?
And now the tank just sits under the view.
Oh my god, it was so close. Dude, the 5 HP player ran into the wall.
Taking a sigh of relief, a breath to relax after that
Oh
one.
my god.
That came way too close, Tom. I thought he had another half second. 12 to 11. Vitality are still alive.
They used, I mean,
holding,
everyone used
clinging
everything into it
on.
though.
And right here, I thought this is it, right? They shut down the Phoenix ult. They get a kill. Takas dies. Yeah. Blaze team kill. To make it worse. And once you take Takas out, surely that's it. But just
Yeah, and
about.
the guns aren't here.
Vitality pulled it across the line, a lifeline, a second chance, an OT just around the
And
corner.
they go for the B hit. And we have 2 people here.
Could be a second OT for them.
Dude, the race has
on this
no
map.
util.
They played one versus Fnatic.
We got a nade.
Didn't go their way, but they got there. They've proven they're a fierce competitor when it comes to the map of Lotus. And just look at the weaponry. The ult's not ideal. Whalers left onto a pistol. Again, we're going to see in the tank just go.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to go too aggro because this turret at the moment is still getting a good amount of info.
Patient.
The tank's got a shot off too, and he's still sticking around.
Imagine he gets out.
I don't even know that he
Lovely
has a way out
smoke.
of here till that smoke pops. And he's just about to. Oh, never mind. Not avoided them. He is very much caught in the open. A clean refrag.
Rotate comes in, they're sending it.
He's going for it. No, surely
Oh.
not. There's 2 players still on B.
Goodness, I
The
thought he was
door
gonna
must
mount
be
him.
open. They'll switch back, change directions, and fight off towards Logan. And that man is taken down easily this time. Finally, the signs of life. All of them are online for Vitality. Safe went down, so no smokes, but they are just dueling on every single angle. And overtime seems
Yeah, 3 chances.
to avoid. Takas does well to find the first, but 3 more. This isn't DRX he's against.
Yeah.
It's going all the way. Overtime
3 chances, fully
secured
done.
by Vitality.
That's what this map feels like it deserves.
Kicks kept them alive, yeah.
A streak back from Vitality when their life is on the line. Their players starting to step up, Kicks especially. Top of the board, 18 assists as well. He really has been
18.
on fire. Gentlemates have fought them tooth and nail. Now go back onto the attack. This is where they had
Both of the coaches
the
get new
majority of their
timeouts as well.
success,
They both use both their
especially in the
timeouts, and now
buy
they
rounds.
have
Of course,
a
no
timeout
opponents
each if they want
online,
to
but
use it.
everything 3 away. I'll make the assumption that they're going to be looking to farm up the ults on one man in
think?
particular.
Whalers.
That's what you want. We saw Mystic with some pretty high
Thunder.
impact
Mystic on split.
on the shadows.
Yeah.
So
Thunder gets the defense.
pretty
Odin
nice.
out again over towards
But
tree.
somehow
Potentially
you do look
ready
towards
to
the top,
spam
and
this
a much
orb.
more aggressive
Oh,
face
this
from
might.
Gentlemates
Like
early on.
Ascender.
They seize control because they don't want that orb going elsewhere. But once it's tapped, that's when the real problem starts to come through.
Once they get into
Sender
this
is safe
smoke,
behind the
they're gonna
tree
hear the
now,
alarm bot.
unspammable, untouchable. But now he can turn his back and start to spray through that wall, through that door. Once Whalers falls. Problem is now he's got no teammate to cover his back. He's isolated.
Oh,
He
they've
can
done
be
too
pushed
much.
at any
This guy
moment.
at spawn, Logan, has to
Fight
kill
off
everyone.
Many people want to take, and with Logan somehow behind them, this
Oh,
is
he
now
gets out.
very winnable. He's
Oh,
dodging
man.
bullets like it's the Matrix.
They have. It's so weird. They have like no map control. They
He's
still need
around.
some kind of hero
Swap
play.
weapon. He's dropped the Odin. Why has he done that?
he's managed to back
Yeah, they
up,
got to
and that's
retake
the
tree,
main
and they
thing.
kind of realize it's
They're
clear.
going looking
And now
for
what?
wary.
Now they don't want to go through sight. They can open door.
Only his Odin remains.
This is the weirdest round I've ever
Set up
seen.
like a firing squad. For any utility, they don't actually have.
Guys, you can't go out through here. You
smokes
got
to
at
clear this
least,
cross.
at the
So if
very
they
least,
hold on to this,
open
it
the
could be
door.
huge.
At the very least,
Wonderful
open the
stuff
door.
from Vitality.
Guys,
They mow them all down. 13 to 12. A good adaptation from Vitality to make that fight more awkward. And Gentlemates bloodthirsty for Sender end up losing the round because of
you
it.
gotta, you
such
gotta
wise
open that
play from
door.
him. Like I said, once
Take
your
the
teammate on
jewels.
site goes down, it's so hard to hold on to
You know
that.
only one's
If they have
gonna be
control
there.
over switch, they'll blitz you together. Even if they swing that corner.
I
If
mean,
it's a
we know
double swing,
we know
they put some
zeros there, but
utility
they
in,
know
a
one's
paranoia,
there.
a flash, anything. You're dead. And your teammates are going to have to fight back. Instead, wraps around, plays together, make sure he can't be isolated. That's all they needed to do, because when Gentlemates have been able to isolate duels, they win the round. Every single time.
Well, Gentlemates, they've now got to do it on the defense. If they've got any ideas left that they can throw in, well, I'm sure existence is telling them what they are. Maybe something that was saved for a rainy day, something that didn't even make the main pack of the sheet, something kept in his back pocket. A risk could be taken. And for Vitality, if anything, just more of the same. A calm and collected attack side is what we've seen from them, reacting to the pressures of their opponent. And as said, they've begun to really weather that storm, getting better and better as this game goes
Any
on.
of the China games? I can catch the semi-finals and the final. I think that's pretty much it.
Definitely doesn't seem like the Gentlemates are feeling the pressure just yet.
No, this is a squad that's no stranger to pressure, like we said. Lower bracket runs, losses.
We got to see a little bit of it earlier, but
environments, single elim environments.
I've managed to watch like 2 maps. That's it.
Time and time again, we've seen it. That one's for Lothar's watch party. Vision Strikers. There we go. That one too. Does a little bingo. 13-12. And one
chance of
here
Vitality
for
to
Vitality
fully
close it out.
close
Go
this
back to
after
another
being
overtime. It's
3
anyone's game. The attacking side, early
down.
presence on B, some control taken.
This is pretty nice.
And it looks like the challenge will eventually
Yeah, especially as
come
they want to
towards
crunch
the
over
target.
towards C.
Eastern
Oh, they might have owned them.
knows
They
there's
might
gonna
be a
players
step ahead
around
with
here.
this.
And there's a stun set up.
They're going to tap the orb,
Paranoia
run
to come
out.
through. Perhaps
jump
even
away.
a flash from the tank as well. This could be
No.
a deadly crunch.
They let them get the
from
orb.
the side of Gentlemates, one that
It's a
Vitality
late
are
take.
not prepared for. There it is, but Runner was ahead of it. Whalers caught by the Paranoia too. He can't quite make it out. He's stuck in the corner. Luckily, Shrouded Step will get him to
I actually
safety.
think
Well, the bullet was going to
Gentlemates
follow, but we'll reset to a
got a
44.
little bit lucky to survive with that. The trap play was good, but I think that
45 seconds
with
left. It's going to make this
safe
entry
inserted in
into
this
the side
corner,
a little bit more difficult, and 2 players
they probably
sat
should have won that.
waiting. Maybe even an aftershock to hold them back.
No
a little
util
bit
for
more.
Whalers on
The
this.
utility being expended. Bayaz waiting. The crosses.
The breach damage forces them out into the open, and just the peaks aren't great into the double, into the higher lower. Huge.
Example, and we'll go another.
OT, our second one to play with here for Vitality. Back to the defensive side. And Gentlemates, another chance, some more hope for this squad that they don't have to take it all the way to Sunset. It's worth mentioning that when they did
Kicks
play
not
last time,
have a flash.
Sunset looked better for Gentlemates than this map.
They did still lose.
They did lose, but it looked better, Tom.
Sure.
And that's the
I guess,
keynote. Couple more rounds.
Yeah.
Did he use the flash when they did the
We've got to see if we
C
even
when they
get
did
there
the C
first. I'm
punish?
still- I'm not
He used
done
flash
with
to get
Lotus,
C
I'll be
control,
honest
then
with
flashed when they did the C
It
punish, so he
ain't
didn't have
over
a
till
flash
it's
to
over.
hit
Not with a
sight.
squad like Gentlemates.
Oh, Vitality have
Savage.
taken a leaf.
Sky,
You know what? You can push, so can we. Logan, he's under serious
Nurse.
pressure. He's being pushed from B as well.
Does he get
An
out?
opening on the
No,
other side
but
of
they
the
get
map.
good
That's a
info.
start.
He doesn't
Getting
see the
rid of this
people over
man
towards
has
B
been the
though, so they
bane
don't know the numbers.
of Gentlemate's
They realize
life
they
on
should
this
push.
attack side.
Still,
He's normally such a reliance
pretty
in post
methodical.
plants and holding those rotations. Now
Pressure
as
is
well
hit
for
anyway
Vitality, they realize,
behind,
okay, we've isolated this man.
and
We've taken him
Vitality
down.
all
The
group
rest of them
up, so this
are
is
being
good. They
funneled
know
in
that
towards this A
most
side.
likely there's at least one person that has
Vitality,
to
if
watch
anything, have
behind,
the
there'll be
right where they
3
want
on
them.
site and they can overwhelm. We can see
Certainly
4 on
seems that
site, but
way
they do have to be
for
careful about
Gentlemates.
behind at
They
one
might have
point.
some aggressive utility to fight back through, but the Tigers spotted in the tank up close. That's a hard smoke to flash around. Instead, he's just holding the angle for now while the rest of the squad blitzes back through. They've seen the tank dropping down. It's not enough to see him. Dealing with him something else. Trade from
Oh,
Bayaz.
now is Bayaz
Numbers
alive.
quite even for
Whalers
now, with
might be the
time
person that
running
makes the
down.
play. Don't you
Vitality
dare
need
TP
to
out.
Step into the angles, held by Gentlemates, traded out along the way, step down, drop down, heard, kicks and
Nicely
sender,
done from
though.
Vitality on this.
They combine to close
I like
out
this.
round
I like
and
this.
put
Just group up
another
after you've done pressure
map
behind.
point on the board for Vitality.
They also switched it up
14
big
to
time
13.
with the push. They've only done that once.
Yeah, I really like the adaptation. It's a bold call to make, to just look to pressure that one man, but that has been the way the Gentlemates have been playing this attack, leaving him behind to just hold on to a lot of map control. So they almost use their own strat against them. The 3 push C, 2 push B, and take that man out of the round. It has its risks about it with how good he's been in positions where he shouldn't really get much at all. And then the retake, well, business as usual for Vitality now.
Takas gets the op out.
Side for Gentlemates once again. The operator in for Takas.
They do it back to them.
Once more. Destrian's the one
One
under
more
pressure.
flash.
He has been spotted. Maybe
Yeah,
not
they do it back to them.
realizing it.
Just
And
saw
this
the
time
outline
attack
on
will
the
take
on the
open
flash
up
with the
in
head
his
here.
squad.
Alarm bot goes in and it went
Another
over
opener
towards
under his
stairs, so they
belt
know
from
that this guy is
Lotus.
holding over towards stairs. If
Certainly
they
a
look to the
different
minimap,
face
you
from
can
what we
watch
saw
where it
last time
goes.
around.
We get a plant
13 on
and
the
it is
board for
good
Gentlemates, another
for this
OT.
area.
That's what their vision is. And they're close to it.
Omen flash is
Vitality won
important.
3 buy rounds in a row on this attack side.
Raise nade as
One-man
well.
disadvantage.
Oh,
How much
keep
of a
an eye on
disadvantage is it?
Bayaz, by the way.
Runner still with
Was he
utility,
gonna?
Sender,
Yeah,
double
okay.
snake
I think he
bites to
realized
work
that
with.
all the doors.
Let's see if it's on their side.
Just throwing a molly just in case there's anything on the spike, but Killjoy is dead, so...
The nade now to delay them even further. The clock just keeps on running down. The sands of time slow for nobody. As the shots land, it's
yeah, they open the door, creates a bit of pressure. Now they have to watch door where they can stick this, still not halved.
And everyone that steps near that spike falls.
Yeah, nicely done on this. Yeah, instead of the vision block, they had to duel.
The time now too far
Nicely done from Vitality. Gentlemates had their chances to close this out.
Vitality have bought themselves back into this series. Sunset is where we'll end.